everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having fantastic days. Just going to push this button so I can see all of you easier. Hey. There we go. Okay, good. Awesome, guys. Let's do it. So start off coming up and stand up nice and strong. What's that, Deacon? A broken egg thing? Okay, anyway, so let's all focus. So get broken egg. And take your right hand. 10 represents your power. Awesome. Take your left hand, cover your power with your wisdom, and bow. Awesome, guys. We're going to start off with an awesome warm-up. So start off shaking out your hands, shaking out your elbows, shaking out your shoulders, shaking out your hips, shaking out your knees, shaking it all out, all at once. Now, you guys have a challenge. Your mission is to see if you can get sweaty. Now, it's pretty tricky for you because you guys are kids, so you don't sweat as much. But in this warm-up, you're going to see if you can work hard and maybe even make a drop of sweat. So that's your goal. Okay, I'm going to put on some music, but while I do, you guys can start with a jog. Jogging, non-stop jogging. Looking good. Okay. We've got our music. We've got our video working. Good. Okay. So we're jogging. Good. Higher knees. Bring your knees up high. You can pat them if you want. To defeat the Huns. Awesome, guys. And push-up position. Good. And push-ups. Good. And sit-ups. Now sit on your butt. Hands on your head. And sitting up. Good. And now go boat. Lift your legs up, nice and high. Take your arms and roll your boat. If you want extra challenge, straighten your legs. Yeah. Good. And feet down. And tabletop. Good. Lift one leg. Lift one arm. Good. Take your arm and reach across. Good. And run around the bear crawl. Good. Coming back. Lift one leg. Lift one arm. And come through. Take crab walk. Awesome. And crab walk around like a super crab. Yeah. Good. Okay, and try and bounce with one leg, with the same side arm. Woo. Yeah, nice. And coming to our feet. Good. And jogging a bit more. Fast you can now. Starting to sprint. Like you're chasing someone. And they're pretty fast. But you're faster. Because you're going to catch them. Run. Woo. Good. And jumping jacks. Caught them. Good. Now, crossing your legs with your jumping jacks. Good. And now cross your arms and your legs. Good. Good. Feet out. Arms one way, butt the other. And switch. 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 And if you know how to, you can floss. Yeah. Even faster, guys. Good job. Shake out your arms. Give yourself a hug. Whew. Awesome, guys. Nice work. Okay. Hopefully you're pretty warm. We're going to go on from here. So first thing, right leg back, jumbe. Slap your foot on your leg, arm slap on your shoulder, step down, and key up. Hey! Good. So all together, right leg back, jumbe. Hey! Good. Nice. Nice. And horse stance. Jumbe. Take your left leg, slap your thigh, arm slap, step down. Nice wide legs, and key up to the side. Hey! Yeah. Nice. And again, horse stance. Jumbe. Hey! Awesome. Now ride your horsey. Nay! 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 Ride your horse. Oh, angles are fantastic. If I can get the angle right, it'll look like I'm right. Anyway, I won't do that right now, but that's funny. Good, now go nice and low. See how low you can get. Good. And coming out. Good, shake out your legs. And butt to the ground. Good. And rock and roll. So for this, grab your legs nice and tight, and you're gonna roll back and forward in a circle one way, and then a circle the other way. Good, and you can switch and go the other way. Good job, guys. Now, back break falls. Back break falls are really useful. Remember, keep your head off the ground. Don't let your head touch. You're going to roll back. Legs go up. And you slap. Good. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Good job. Now, this one's a little bit different. It's a balance pose. So as you go back, grab your butt with your arms and keep your legs up. Good. Now see if you can get your legs nice and straight. Good. And if you can get your legs straight, then you can open them to the side. You can bring them back up. One can go in front and switch. Good. You can even pretend to be running. Just don't knee your own face, because that would suck. Yeah. Whoa. Good job. And coming back down. Nice work. Okay, so now we're going to do side break fall. Side break fall is a little bit fancier, but it's even more useful. Side break fall can really help you if you fall. So take one leg, make one leg straight, other knee points up to the sky. Good. The leg that is straight, you're going to tip onto that side. I saw a few people tip backwards. We don't want to tip backwards because we're trying to protect our head and our spine. So land on the side of your body. Tip over and land on the side of your body. That's good. Good job, guys. That looks way better. And coming up. Good. And other leg straight. Tipping over the other way. Woo! Good. And up. And just keep switching sides. Whoa. Nice. This is awesome to watch. Bam. Awesome. Good work, guys. Nice. Now that was looking pretty snazzy. Now the next one, pretty easy, but still good to know, log roll. So take your body and roll. And then you can roll back. Awesome, good job. Okay, so now, actually, you did all that. Nice work. Okay, so now we're ready to stand on up. Stand on up and right leg back. Hey. Awesome. We're going to go through this pretty quick. Jab, cross, hook, hook. Jab, cross. On your own time, practicing your jab, cross, hook, hook, jab, cross, hook, hook. Good. Remember to keep one hand up, protecting your head the whole time. And then remember to turn your body, especially on your hooks. The power of your hook actually comes from your body turning. It's not your arm. I just punched with my arms, not very strong. But I punched with my body, it's way more strong. Jab, cross, hook, hook, jab, cross, hook, hook. Good. Now uppercuts. Take your hand and punch out. Bam. Uppercut. Bam. Uppercut. Yeah, looking great. Ha, nice. Good. And shovel punches. So elbow comes to your hip, and then you explode and punch them in the belly. Boom! Boom, shovel punches. It's kind of like you were digging a hole with a shovel. Instead of having a shovel, you're punching it in the belly. You're like wham, 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 wham. I'm gonna stop making that annoying noise. Okay, and now we put it all together. So all together, jab, cross, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut, shovel, shovel. I missed one, but that's okay. One more time, jab, cross, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut, shovel, shovel. Okay, good job, guys. Nice work. Okay, now moving on. You guys doing great? Cross palm blocks, cross palm block, cross palm block. Blocking the cross palms, palm blocking. Yeah, down in a little bit of a silly mood. Good, and hand weave. So now one hand goes back and forward. Don't let your elbow come up. This is just like an awesome dance move, but we don't want to do that. It's just my arm that goes back and forward, and I keep my elbow down. Boom, boom. Good, and switch hands, other hand. What was that?
It's like just going like back.
Yeah, it's a good block because they go to throw the punch and you block this way, and then another punch comes the other way and you block this way. So if you only have one hand, this is a really useful block. Now, that being said, brush blocks, brush block. Good. And reverse brush block. Good. Now add in your V steps. So moving your feet, V stepping, diagonal steps while you do your brush blocks or your reverse brush blocks. Whoa. Good. And open the door. And back. 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 And non-stop opening the door. Every time you step across, spin out right away. Whoa. Sometimes this is called the Aikido waltz. Waltz is an amazing type of dance from a long, long time ago. Good, and right leg back, Jumbe. Hi. Nice work, guys. That's looking great. Really good. Okay, we're gonna just do that and we'll be done. So, covers, body cover. Good, bring your arms in front, making a shield with your arms. Good. Now, it's not this, your hands aren't on your face like, oh, no. You wanna take your elbows, bring your elbows down and tuck in, making a strong shield with your arms. Good. And elbow cover. So take one elbow down, cover that one side, and elbow cover other side. Switch. Good. And switch. And switch, 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 switch.
It's like punching your face, but not really.
You're right. Make sure you don't punch your face, Deacon. Okay, good. And wing cover. Wing cover. Wing cover. Wing cover. Wing cover. Wing cover, Bob weaves. Good. Nice whack. Nice, nice whack. Okay, guys, now it's time. We have a stick. Grab a stick. And by stick, I mean something you can use as a stick. If it's a marker or a spoon or an amazing toy sword or a recorder. Deacon, can you please mute yourself? Nice recorder though, but please mute. There we go. Awesome. So now you have your weapon. You got your sword or whatever it is, and we are going to start. Let's start with just a simple forward roll. So just take your sword and try and roll it forward. Shoom. By the way, guys, I love recorder. Recorder is a fantastic instrument. Nice. And figure eight. Ooh. Nice, Stella. You got some moves. Good. And now our 9 angles. So just do your best with this, but these are the basic types of hits. All hits with swords and sticks and knives are one of these 9 angles. So see if you can learn them. First, we make an X shape. So we cut down and diagonally. Sing! Good. Then we come right back up the way we came. 2. Good. So 1 is down, 2 is right back up. 1 is down and across, 2 is right back up. Good. Now 3 and 4 are the opposite. So we bring our hand down and we cut up and across. 3 and then down and 4. Good. So 3 is up, 4 is down. 3 is up, 4 is down. 3 is up, 4 is down. Good. And let's do all 4 together. You ready? And 1, shing, 2, shing, 3, 4. And 5 is a stab. Good. Stab him in the belly. One more time. 5. Oh my goodness, Melanie. That is the best sword I've seen, I think, ever. Okay, good. And 6, cut across. 7, cut back. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6. Good. And 8 is down. Boom. 9 is up. 8 is down. And 9 is up. Good. And 8 is down. And 9 is up. And 8 is down. And 9 is up. Good. Let's put it all together. Good luck, guys. Complete 9 angles, stick in 9. 1, diagonally down. 2, right back up. 3, diagonally up. 4, right down. 5 is a stab. 6 cuts across. 7 comes right back. 8 comes down. And 9 goes up.
9 basic.
Oh, why is there 9? That's a very good question. I'll try and answer it really quickly. The really fast, simple answer is that we kind of, it's just the way they think about it. They broke everything into 8. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's kind of like if you cut a pizza. You had a big piece of pizza and you cut it into slices. So you have 8 slices, and then you also have the number 5, which is a poke. Right.
How come you call it the 9 basic hits?
Oh, because it's the 9 angles that we attack on. Good questions, Keith. I wish I had more time to answer them, but we have to keep moving because we're almost out of time. Okay, guys. So now we do a bit of shadow boxing. So I want you to use your swords and fight off imaginary bad guys. Good luck and go! Feel free to use the angles that we just learned. Remember, you can use some blocks. And you can try out your fancy moves too. Maybe you know some kicks. Maybe you want to like V-step, hit, kick, side kick, jump kick, or whatever you feel like doing. Feel free to try your other hand with your sword. You can even try reverse grip. Like, you could beat them with your recorder. Be like, I'll teach you to mess with musicians. Good job. Awesome. Yala, if you have a question, feel free to write in the comments. But we're really close to out of time, so we don't have much time for anything. Okay. Good job, guys. Now take your sword and put your sword. Oh, that's cool, Keith. Take your sword, put your sword away, and come back with a ball. If you don't have a ball, you can grab like a ball of socks. That works. But if you have a ball, grab a ball. Make sure it's not too breakable. Don't hurt yourself or the floor or anything. Once you have your ball, try and throw it up and catch it. Well, good. If you get that, then you're ready for the next challenge, which is throwing and catching your other hand, and throwing and catching just in this hand. Once you can do both hands, then you are ready for alternating. Switch, 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 switch. Now, not super easy. Take some practice. I have practiced this so much, you know, and that's why I can do it pretty easy. But for you guys, this is something you could practice when you're just by yourself. You could practice throwing the ball up and catching. The secret for this, by the way, is in the throw. If I do a bad throw, the catch becomes hard. So I want to practice doing a throw that's really easy to catch. A nice gentle throw and a nice gentle catch. Back and forth. Good. Now, for a few of you, that might be pretty easy. So, a few of the harder ones. You can drop the ball, bounce it off your knee and catch. Now these are pretty tricky. Another one, you can actually take the ball, lift your leg up, toss it under your leg, and catch it with the other hand. And you can come back. Whoa. 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 Good. And now, the really fancy, tricky one, you can take the ball, put it behind your back, and throw it over your shoulder and catch it. So it goes like this, over your shoulder and catch. And over your shoulder and catch. This one's pretty fancy. And even harder, but I can't do it, would be to throw it over your shoulder, and then catch it. But that's almost impossible because you can't see it when you do it. So anyway, guys, great job with that. You can put your balls away. And let's hustle in for Mokdo. So everyone, great work today, standing nice and strong. Okay, and with me, sure. Chariot.
Open me.
Okay. Ki. Mokdo Jambi. Good, kneeling down softly. And Mokdo Shishak. Spine tall, hands on your lap. Breathe through your nose, eyes closed. And Mokdo Baro, eyes open, standing up. And show. Chariot. Kanye. Ki. Okay, now I just had to fix something because I got a message. I have 2 accounts, so the right one is muted. Okay, so that being said, guys, hands to heart and wishing our whole awesome class love and happiness. Namaste. Cool. And wishing your loved ones out in the world, wherever they are, love and happiness. Namaste. Awesome, guys. Cool. Now let's bring it in. Bring it in now. Have a quick coach's corner. Today, I want to tell you about the Kingdom of Bob. Dun, dun, dun. Now, the Kingdom of Bob is a magical place ruled by King Bob. And there's a neighboring kingdom that's almost exactly the same called the Kingdom of Bobette, ruled by Queen Bobette. But today I'm going to talk about the Kingdom of Bob just because it's a bit easier. So, there is a kingdom called the Kingdom of Bob. It's a story, so it's not a real place, but it's kind of cool. Now, in this kingdom, there is King Bob. And King Bob tries to be a very good king. But the thing was, he became a king when he was pretty young. And he had a lot of jobs to do. It's not easy being king. So they're like, congratulations, King Bob, you are king now. And they put a crown on his head. Boop. And then they're like, okay, now it's important for you to run the kingdom. And he's like, but I'm just a kid. How do I run a kingdom? I don't know how to run a kingdom. And they're like, don't worry, we have good counselors, good advisors who are going to coach you and help you do things that are well. But you just do your best. So that every morning Bob would have to get up early in his big crown and his fluffy cloak thing with like white fur on the shoulders and like a purple, anyway, and he'd walk down the hallway with his little scepter, and he'd go and he'd sit in his big chair. And then people would come from all over the kingdom, and they're like, King Bob, our village needs your help. Our crops didn't grow, and, you know, we're kind of hungry. And he'd be like, send those people food. And then someone else would come, and they're like, King Bob, the cow is going crazy, and it broke my fence, and it escaped. And he's like, that's not my problem. Fix your fence, catch your cow. And the guy would be like, oh, okay. And he would go. And so he had to make decisions. What should we do as a kingdom? What things do we all need to work on together? What is someone's job? Different things like that. Sometimes people would come with arguments. They'd be like, King Bob, she stole my cat. And the other person would be like, it's my cat. And they would argue, and he'd have to figure out how to solve that. So there was all these problems that would come up, and King Bob, sitting there on his throne, would be like, we should do it this way. Now, it was a very tricky job, and sometimes he made mistakes. But if he didn't do the job, there would just be chaos all over the city or all over the kingdom. But what he was able to do was he was able to listen to everybody who needed to talk to him, and then he would try his very best to help as many people as he could so that the kingdom would be happy. And sometimes he would notice things like, you know what, the people in my kingdom are a little bit sad. I'm going to have a big feast. And he'd have this great big feast to celebrate spring or something. and there would be music, ding, 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 or doo, 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 on your recorders or whatever. But he would make feasts and cheer people up, and he would just encourage people and do awesome things. And his kingdom was actually a pretty lovely place. And as he grew older, his crown fit him better and his cloak fit him better, and he kind of fit in his chair, and he was more experienced. He was able to come up and even solve some bigger issues. He got to be a really good king, and everyone was like, wow, King Bob, you're a great king. And in the nearby kingdom, everyone was like, wow, Queen Bobette, you're a great queen. And they were just really good rulers because they really listened, and they also did their best to help everyone work everything out. And that's the story of the Kingdom of Bob. Now, the reason why this is pretty cool, though, is because in a way, we are each the kings of our inner kingdom. And when we wake up in the morning, we're like, okay, I'm here. Now, what do I need to do today? And inside, part of you is like, I'm kind of hungry. I want breakfast. And you're like, okay, I will go and get us food. And then another part of you like, I really have to pee. So you're like, I know how to solve this problem. And throughout the day, like, it's like all these problems come up to you and you're like, oh, I know how to do this, or I think we should handle this. And then maybe a voice inside you says, I want to eat 8 cookies. And you're like, whoa, that might not be a good plan for today. Maybe 1 cookie, and that kind of thing. So we have to be kind of like our own kings, our own queens in our own brain. And when we have feelings and thoughts and emotions and needs, those things are really important to listen to. But then we still have to think, okay, what should I do? How should I solve this? Should I spend all my time twiddling my thumb? Right? If I'm thirsty, but I have to do schoolwork, should I stop my schoolwork and get a drink? Maybe. If I am trying my very best to learn how to play a musical instrument, but I'm a little bit thirsty, maybe I can hang in there and play a little bit longer until a good break. So these are decisions that we have to make in our brain. And our brain is kind of like the king in our kingdom, if that kind of makes sense. So anyway, that's kind of the thought for today. My nose is really itchy, so I can't wait to scratch it. But it was a real pleasure to get to have a class with you guys today. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I look forward to seeing you guys again on Friday. Thanks, everyone, and thank you, Instructor Lucas. I'll pass it back to you. Bye, everyone.